Hi teachers, today we're going to talk about how to enter your Operation Water Drop test results from your students into our Safe Drinking Water Foundation Operation Water Drop test results submission website. So the first thing that you'll need to do is to enter your code. So I have the code here for a kit that we use with a school in Saskatoon. So I'm going to put that in and then I'm going to click on next. And we're going to enter the names of the samples you chose to test. So at the top there will be your information, so you can double check your contact information, but I just scrolled past that quickly for our purposes. So I'm going to put in Saskatoon tap water because that is what we tested. We also tested the water that was from the junior water fountain at the school and from the senior water fountain. And we also had the alkalinity low limit sample that we tested. We tested the ammonia European Union limit sample, the color Canadian guideline limit sample. We tested the deionized water for some of the things. And we tested the copper Canadian guideline limit sample, and we tested the pH buffer 7 and the sulfate Canadian guideline limit sample. We did test that, and we also tested the total hardness Saskatchewan guideline limit sample. So we are going to say that yes, we put in all the information about our possible samples and we included as much detail as possible. And then we're going to click on next. And for the alkalinity test results, we have the Saskatoon tap water as being 100 milligrams per liter. So that means that it took 5 milliliters in order for it to change color. And for the control, which is the alkalinity low limit sample, we have 2.5 milliliters that it took, which is what it was supposed to do. For the ammonia test results, for the Saskatoon water, we had 0.5 milligrams per liter. So this was at 0.5. And then for the control, which was for ammonia, so ammonia European Union limit sample, we thought that that one was 1. Now it should have been 0.5, but as you've likely figured out, it's a little bit hard sometimes to tell which color the test strip ends up closest to. So we're going to click on next. And then we're going to enter the color. So for color, we have the Saskatoon tap water, and that one was less. It was lighter than, so it passed. And the students thought that that one was 12 true color units. And then we also have the guideline. So we have the color Canadian guideline limit sample, which would be the same because it is the Canadian guideline. And it was 15 because that's what it's supposed to be. And then we also had the deionized, and that one had no color at all, so 0. Now for the copper test results, we had the Saskatoon tap water at 0.1. So that was definitely within the guideline. And then we had the guideline, which should have been 1, but the students thought that that one was 2. And as you can tell, it's a little bit of a judgment call, and it also depends on exactly how the sample was made and mixed and so on. So that was 2. Okay, so now we're going to click on next again, and we're going to work on the pH. So the students found that the pH for the Saskatoon tap water was 7. So it was neutral. It was within the guidelines of 7 to 10.5. And the pH of the pH buffer 7 was also 7, which is what it should have ended up being. So that was good. Now, I remember that they said that the pH for they also tested the Coke, but we're not going to put that in. And I believe they said it was 3. It was quite acidic. And then the bleach was quite basic, and then actually it eventually ate the color right off the test strip. So now we're going to work on the sulfate. So for the Saskatoon tap water, it ended up being 100 milligrams per liter. So that is within the guideline. It was less cloudy. And then we also tested the deionized, and the deionized was not very cloudy at all. So they thought that it was maybe like 0. Or actually they thought it was 0 because it wasn't cloudy at all. And then for the senior water, oh, sorry, that was the next one. So for sulfate for the control, the Canadian guideline limit sample, they found that that was equal in cloudiness. Well, it is the control, so that makes sense. So that was 500. And next, so now on to the last page of results. So we have the total chlorine, and they tested the junior water fountain and the senior water fountain. So the junior water fountain they found has 0.2 milligrams per liter of chlorine. So it had less than that maximum residual disinfectant. And they also tested the senior water fountain and found that it had 0.1. Now for the total hardness, they tested the Saskatoon tap water, and they got a result of 120. And they also tested the total hardness limit sample, and it seemed like it was a lot less hard than it was supposed to be. They got a result of 50, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe it wasn't mixed super well, or maybe there was some difficulty differentiating the color. I'm not sure what happened there. So we're going to click on next, and then what we're going to do is we're going to check the results, make sure that they're what we wanted to enter. So Saskatoon tap water, 100 parts per million for alkalinity, good. And the sample was 50. And then for color, we have 12 true color units for the tap water, which passed, and then 15 for the guideline and 0 for deionized. And the pH of the Saskatoon tap water was 7, and for the buffer 7, it was 7, which is good. And the junior water fountain was 0.2, and the senior water fountain was 0.1. And then the ammonia Saskatoon tap water 0.5. And European Union for the ammonia was 1.0. The copper, what for the Saskatoon water was 0.1, and for the guideline it was 2. The sulfate for the Saskatoon tap water was that it was less cloudy at about 100. The CGLS one was obviously the CGLS at 500, and the deionized water was not cloudy at all, so it was at 0. And then the total hardness for the Saskatoon tap water, it definitely passed. And for some odd reason, like I said, the Saskatchewan guideline limit sample seemed to be a lot less than it should have been. So I'm also going to type in here that well, it actually was Pepsi, but basically cola, was tested for its pH and found to be quite acidic. It had a pH of approximately 3. Bleach was found to be very basic. And I'm not sure what number they got because then eventually the bleach actually bleached out the test strip. The bleach and then actually bleached the test strip. Okay, so now we're going to click on submit results. And it says thank you. So thank you for engaging your students in citizen science and submitting your results. And you can view the map. And now if you want to, you could go over to the results that you just entered. And you could see your results, or you could look at another school's results in your area or another area in Canada. So this is Lawson Heights School, and they have submitted 2 test kit results. So you can scroll out and you can see that there are test results that have been submitted from pretty much all across Canada. But we would definitely like more results to be submitted. So thank you very much if you take the time to submit your results. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at info@safewater.org. That's info@safewater.org. Or to phone us at 1-306-934-0389. That's 1-306-934-0389. And you will most likely receive a token of our appreciation if you do enter your students' test results. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.